Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It is incredible to be here with you at the SOAR Summit. Thank you to Board Chair Kim McCann for that kind introduction, and I want to welcome everyone to the city of Corbin. Can we give Mayor Susie Rasmus and folks around here one more round of applause for being such great hosts? I look forward to this summit every year because the energy here is electric. It's a time where we can build relationships and share ideas from all across Appalachian Kentucky. We know this area's past. This region helped build this great country into the superpower that it is. It powered us through the Industrial Revolution, through 2 world wars, and helped establish the strongest middle class this world has ever seen. It is a region where every person deserves opportunity and deserves every bit of investment from both the federal and state government. And together, we're working to create the brightest future possible. That's really important to me, not just as governor, but as the dad of 2 kids growing up in Kentucky. Like every parent, I want a better Kentucky, one where our kids and our grandkids never have to leave home, to leave this state, or to leave the region they're from to chase their dreams. The idea that we are closer than ever to building the type of Kentucky where we turn our brain drain into a brain gain, and no matter how big our kids dream, they can chase those dreams near home. Let me tell y'all, we're not just talking about achieving that, we're making it happen. Accomplishing things that some people said were impossible. Last month, our Commonwealth hosted leaders from the 13 states for the Appalachian Regional Commission Conference in Ashland. It was an amazing moment where we showed everybody that Kentucky isn't just a regional leader, we are a national leader. Here's why. We are coming off our 2 best years of economic development for the Commonwealth of Kentucky by far, during which we've announced the 2 largest projects in our state history. The best part of those projects are the new good-paying jobs being created, and we've just had the 2nd and 3rd best year for new wages for our families that we have ever seen in Kentucky. Last year, we set the lowest annual unemployment rate ever. 5 months ago, the lowest monthly unemployment rate ever. And we're in our longest period of low unemployment we have ever seen. We've seen $2.4 billion with a B in private investment in SOAR counties alone over these last 4 years, creating more than 4,600 jobs in Appalachian Kentucky. We've seen $51 million in investment from the ARC in our Appalachian communities. These are funds that support projects like bringing a new steel manufacturing facility and 100 new jobs to Bell County, building a new water treatment plant in Perry County, serving homes in the Coalfields Industrial Park, developing ATV trails in the Daniel Boone National Forest, and extending water lines in Breathitt County. By combining federal and matching funds, we should have a total in the coming years of more than $2 billion to expand high-speed internet access. I think over these next 4 years, we're going to get it to every home and every business across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. What a game changer that'll be. And what a last year it was for coal severance funds here in Kentucky. We returned more than $74 million in severance tax funds, the most allocated to our coal communities in over 10 years. We've made good on a decades-old promise to 4-lane the entire Mountain Parkway. Thank you. For the first time in history, we can sit here today and say that every part and portion of the Mountain Parkway, the 4-laning, is either completed, under construction, or under contract. And I just announced yesterday that my next budget is going to put $200 million between that project and I-69 to speed it up. I want to get the entire Mountain Parkway 4-laned in the next 4 years. We know what that'll do for Eastern Kentucky. And And we just cut the ribbon on the Minnie to Harold connector on Kentucky 680 in Floyd County. That same day, we celebrated the expansion of the Pikeville Medical Center. To date, we have provided discretionary transportation funds to all 120 Kentucky counties. Because folks, to me, we don't have red counties or blue counties. We have counties where we need to support each and every Kentucky family. I think about where we've come in fighting addiction in Kentucky, one of only 8 states in the country last year that had a significant decrease in overdose deaths. So I want to thank everyone who works in treatment, who works in recovery, who works in law enforcement. Since I've become governor, we have increased treatment beds by 50% here in Kentucky. That's a lot of hardworking individuals, a lot of peer counselors that are doing their very best. And we think about what second chances mean. Second chance employment, we've never had more for those coming out of addiction, but we've also never had more for those coming out of incarceration. With more treatment beds in our jails and prisons, and with second chance employment at a level we have never seen. Last year we set the lowest recidivism rate in the history of Kentucky, meaning we're living our faith and values about second chances. We're making sure our employers get the workers they need, and we're making our communities safer all at the same time. You want some more good news? Last year was the best year for the economic impact of tourism in Kentucky's history. $12.9 billion coming back to our communities. And let me tell you, with what people are looking for now in outdoor tourism and adventure tourism and getting back to nature, especially after that pandemic, Eastern Kentucky has things to offer that no one else in this country can match. I look forward to continuing to invest in tourism right here, not just to bring people into these communities to spend their dollars, but introducing them to Kentucky, ultimately getting them to move here and to grow our population. Everybody knows that while we've had these amazing successes, we've also been through our hardships. The flooding that hit this region is the worst in our history. We lost 45 children of God, and thousands of people lost everything that they had worked decades to build. But I know that we in Kentucky and we in Eastern Kentucky are some of the toughest people on this planet. No flood, no tornado, no ice storm, no windstorm will ever knock us out. Yes, sometimes it knocks us down, but that's why we are good neighbors that live that golden rule, that we love our neighbor as ourselves, and the state lives the parable of the Good Samaritan that says everyone is our neighbor. We have shown up day after day after day for these flooding communities, and we will continue to do it. Working with the General Assembly, opening up over $120 million to help local governments, education. We've raised over $13.2 million for housing, and we are working on not one but 5 high ground communities to move people out of the floodplain to a safe area where we can reimagine what a community, what a neighborhood in Eastern Kentucky looks like. And yes, we just received word from HUD that we have had everything we need approved to begin construction in earnest on the first high ground community called Skyview outside of Hazard. We've already built the bridge to it. Yeah. We've already improved the bridge to it, and now we're going to start on that access road. We already have the funding to install water, wastewater, and electric infrastructure, and we're going to begin the process to build at least 125 homes on the acreage that we've secured. We also have some exciting news related to the first homes at the cottages of Thompson Branch, located in the community of Whitesburg. Kentucky Power has been stringing power lines to bring electricity to first a life station and then power to 10 homes that will be placed there in partnership with FEMA. This is a first of its kind. There has never been a partnership between FEMA, a state, and the county to build these types of homes, first as temporary housing, but then to transition them to permanent housing. And we believe that we will have the first home constructed there by October. There are more good steps. There are so many people out there doing God's work in building, from homes to others. And I want to thank everyone that has not just been there in the days and the weeks after, but the more than a year and the years that it will take to fully rebuild. You know, in many ways, I feel we're living that 30th Psalm. That's the one that says, weeping may linger in the evening, but joy comes in the morning. Thanks to the generosity, the hard work of so many people right here in Eastern Kentucky, we are starting to feel the sun from that morning. And we are going to make sure that we don't just rebuild, we revitalize. That we build neighborhoods that have more opportunity, more services, that let us address the challenges that we faced for a long time. The people who've been through the worst deserve the very best, not just to get up, but to be able to march forward towards a better future. Now, I hope each of you can see the excitement about today. And today, we've got some more good news. In fact, we're about to award $26 million to 14 awardees that'll create jobs, train Kentucky workers, support health care, improve infrastructure, boost tourism, and mainly invest in Eastern Kentucky. Listen, this is a wonderful part of Kentucky and a wonderful part of this country. It deserves so much more. I'm not sure there's any region in this country that did more to build this country, and it's time that the federal government and everybody else reinvest in you. Today, we're seeing $26 million of that, and there's a lot of people over here that are really ready to get their money, so let's get to it. First up, Pikeville Medical Center was selected to receive $2.76 million for a job training program at the Appalachian Valley Autism Center. This award will support 8,000 square feet of space for therapy services in Floyd County at the Ava Center Satellite Campus. What it means is our Eastern Kentucky families don't have to drive 2 hours to get the services they need, and no family will ever again be told that the best thing that they can do to help their child is to move. Access to high-quality health care is a basic human right. Pikeville Medical Center is making that happen here in Eastern Kentucky. So today we have Donovan Blackburn, President and CEO of Pikeville Medical Center, and Debbie Blackburn, the Ava Center Director of Operations. Please join us to accept this check. Oh, you want to come over here? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Carlos, come on this side.
Cynthia's fine. The Ava Center and the Blackburn family are very near to the Congressman's heart, and he was proud to support this important grant to help the children with autism in Eastern Kentucky. And please welcome, by the way, Miss Cynthia Rogers, standing in on behalf of Congressman Rogers. The next grant is $4.5 million for Raven Rock Resort in Letcher County. This grant is being awarded to the Eastern Kentucky Heritage Foundation to build an 8,500 square foot lodge, as well as utility connections to the site. As they work to establish Letcher County as a premier tourism destination, the foundation will be investing an additional $7.2 million in matching funds. The tourism dollars generated from this project will significantly boost the economy in Letcher County after suffering so much loss from the last year's floods. Congratulations.
And can we get a big round of applause to this Letcher County group for all the work they've done to help our people? Next, the Johnson County Fiscal Court was selected to receive $2 million for the Hager Hill Industrial Job Creation Project. This award will add production equipment to a 15-acre build-ready site that I've been to, and it's ready for a good employer. Today we have Judge Mark McKenzie, Eric Ratliff, and Joe Jacobs of the Big Sandy Area Development District, and County Commissioner Jessica Click. Would you all join us to accept this check?
This next project is $2 million for the Cumberland Falls Sewer Extension Project in McCreary County. This project includes extending 16 miles of water mains from the Cumberland Falls State Resort to Whitley City, along with 13 pump stations serving 110 households. More than $7 million will also be invested in matching funds to make this project a reality. Please welcome McCreary County Judge Executive Jimmy Bevo Green, Stephen Whitaker, Superintendent of McCreary County Water District, Nathan Nevels, Deputy Judge Executive.
Next, we have $3 million for the University of Pikeville's College of Dental Medicine to purchase equipment benefiting students and all the folks they will serve in their careers. Today, we have UPike President Dr. Burton Webb, UPike Provost Dr. Lori Worth, UPike College of Dental Medicine Dean Pamela Sparks Stein, and UPike grant writer. You know what? I'm glad we got the grant writer up here. They deserve a lot of credit, Denise Thomas.
Congratulations, UPike, for their continuous growth. This next grant is $2.5 million for Baptist Health Corbin Tower right here in Whitley County. This grant will allow Baptist Health Corbin to begin construction on a new state-of-the-art tower that will include a new expanded emergency department and larger critical care unit with new equipment. Baptist Health operates one of the busiest ERs in the state, and this funding will help them serve the growing need for emergency medical care and critical care in southeastern Kentucky. Baptist Health plans to invest $8.6 million in matching funds for this project, ensuring more than people have access to medical services while creating 60 new jobs. Please welcome Anthony Powers, President and CEO, Corbin Mayor Susie Rasmuth, Jerry Jackson, BHC Board Chairman, Pam Jones, CFO, Alan Copock, Baptist Health Foundation Board Chairman. A lot of them.
All right, next, the Kent Rose Foundation was selected to receive $500,000 to build an ADA accessible, all-included sensory park in Floyd County because every Kentucky citizen ought to be able to enjoy our parks and ultimately to live their very best life. It's going to include a playground with equipment for various age groups, including those with physical and developmental disabilities. It is going to be an amazing hands-on experience for kids, families, and seniors in this community. So today we have Gina Rose, Kent Rose Foundation Board Chairwoman, Courtney Kreider, an amazing mom and advocate for this community, Cliff Latta, Prestonsburg Tourism Vice Chairman, and Dr. Scott Rule, President of Big Sandy Community and Technical College.
This next grant of $3.3 million is for the Buckhorn Water Treatment Plant in Perry County. This project has been a long time in the making. The water problems from Buckhorn to Hazard are finally coming to an end thanks to continuing investments in this new plant. One of the last requests that L.D. Gorman had for Congressman Rogers was to help get new water plant for Buckhorn in the city of Hazard. This is a promise fulfilled for a lot of people in Perry County. In fact, this is the second phase of this ongoing project, which will provide water from Chavies to Coalfield Industrial Park, serving nearly 1,200 homes, 36 businesses, while creating 200 jobs. Perry County Judge Executive Scott Alexander, Hazard Mayor Happy Mobilini, Angie Hall, Perry County Grants Coordinator, 3 magistrates, Ronald Combs, Clayton Church, and Jimmy Lou Spencer. Congratulations.
If we could also, again, for all our Perry County officials that are here that have done so much for our flooding victims, let's give them a big round of applause for their leadership. That water treatment plant is so important. It adds to $500 million of grants that the General Assembly approved in their last budget. Just yesterday, I announced in my proposed budget coming up this session that we would have another $500 million in clean drinking water projects, which would go to each and every county across the Commonwealth. We know the challenges, especially here in Eastern Kentucky and in rural Kentucky, and we must continue to invest in our infrastructure, especially water and sewer. So next up, the Clark Family Discovery Center and Interactive History Museum will receive $1.38 million for design and construction. This is a 12,000 square foot local and regional history exhibit. We have already announced this award locally, but we want to celebrate it again with y'all today. Would Executive Director Kim Jenkins please join us on stage?
If you have an opportunity, you need to go to Boyd County and check out what they're doing over in Ashland. I know there's a lot of things going on in Eastern Kentucky that are great, and Boyd County and Ashland is proving that as well. Our next grant is going to be for $59,800 for Elkhorn City Historical Railroad and Mining Museum in Pike County. This grant will be used to modernize the current museum and make it a tourism destination in Pike County. Elkhorn City has a rich history of the railroad, coal mining, a story that we need to preserve and invest in for future generations to know about the industry that powered this great nation for decades. Please welcome Larry Lounsbury, President of Heritage Council, Jim Stapleton, Vice President of Heritage Council in Elkhorn City. Congratulations.
Next, the Yard in Estill County was selected to receive $1.9 million for the construction and renovation of their historic office. Thanks to the Kentucky Steam Heritage Corporation for completing the application for this project. Would Chris Campbell, Board President and Founding Partner, and Jason Sobczynski, Operations Officer and Founding Partner, please join us to accept the check.
This next grant is for $1 million for the Mountain Arts Center renovation. This grant will be used to renovate the impressive Mountain Arts Center in Floyd County that is home to so many of our rising stars in Eastern Kentucky. Congressman Rogers secured the first earmark to build a MAC back in 1996. Since then, it has earned a reputation of one of the best family entertainment venues north of Nashville. Congressman Rogers has always believed that our talented singers and musicians deserve a big stage to shine on. This funding will continue his vision for our talented artists in the region. Please welcome Joe Campbell, Executive Director of the MAC, Cliff Lotta, Prestonsburg Tourism Vice Chairman, and Scott Rule, Big Sandy President, and Shag Branham.
Next, Ashland Community and Technical College was selected to receive $1.32 million to create a simulation laboratory for several medical degree programs, including nursing, surgical technology, radiography, and medical assisting. This lab will help students practice their skills and will serve as a training facility for current employees of King's Daughter Medical Center. We've announced this award locally as well, but wanted to invite the recipients to join us and share in the good news. Would ACTC President Dr. Larry Ferguson and Robin Harris, Director of Workforce Solutions, please come on up, and if we can, let's thank Dr. Ferguson for chipping in and helping us with all the KCTC system these last several months.
The finale grant is for $372,600 for the Jenkins Wastewater Treatment Plant in Letcher County. This grant will rehabilitate the current wastewater treatment plant in Jenkins, providing reliable services to more than 570 homes and more than 280 businesses. This funding will be matched with more than $1.6 million in local investments. Please welcome Mayor Todd DePriest from Jenkins. Once again, on Congressman's behalf, we'd like to congratulate all the award recipients. Congressman Rogers created the AMLR program in 2016 as a pilot program to help our coal mining states revitalize after the downturn in the coal industry. Over the last 7 years, including these 14 grants today, Congressman Rogers has secured nearly $200 million for Kentucky alone through this program, and a total of more than $900 million for coal mining states across the country. This year, thank you. This year, we received some very competitive grant applications from these local leaders. Once again, please join us in giving all of the recipients a round of applause for the vision and hard work. Thank you.
Well, congratulations to all of our awardees. You earned it. It wasn't given. The good work that you're doing is going to help the people of your communities, and that's what SOAR is all about. I want to thank Congressman Rogers and Mrs. Rogers for all their work in creating these funds, and when we leverage them, like we are on so many of these projects, with other state grants, other federal grants, we can do some special things. But I want to close by saying you are doing the work, and we are proud to support you. Keep getting out there and helping your fellow human being. Keep living that golden rule that we love, not like. We love our neighbor as ourselves, and let's build a better Eastern Kentucky and a better Commonwealth of Kentucky. Thank you all very much.